Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I am your host, Mike Barra in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a Tell the Truth Wednesday, and my co-host, as always, is the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falah-Doring. Jen, how are you doing today?
Great.
You didn't sleep well. You didn't have a good night's sleep.
No, I don't know. It's what with the dogs in the middle of the night wanting to go outside. We've had a lot of deer activity outside, so I think they just want to go out and chase deer.
Well, I had dreams that I was super rich.
Well, that's good.
Making Star Trek movies and surrounded by hookers and blow. No, I made that last part up.
All right. Well, let's do that. Yeah.
All right. So I have some information. It came to me this morning that I think is pretty interesting, and Mark Z apparently talked about it about a week ago. There is something called the Chicago Board Options Exchange Volatility Index. And what I was sent was today's or most recent Chicago Board of Exchange, COBEVIX, Volatility Index. And as you can see, everything's kind of flowing along smoothly. Now, what this measures is it measures fear in the markets. It measures the desire by people to sell off and crash the markets. And as you can see, on August 4th, it spiked tremendously. It has not been updated since then. However, there is another piece of information that goes with this. This is another screenshot I was sent of the Chicago Board Options Exchange Volatility Index, which goes back about 25 years. And what you will notice is the two biggest spikes on this chart are 3 days ago, 2 days ago, Sunday, Monday, August the 4th, and the 2008 market meltdown, where the stock market crashed from about 19,000 down to about 6,500 before it stopped. What that indicates is we are in an almost identical setting in terms of fear, volatility, and the potential for a market crash. So you then combine that with, I don't know why it's doing that. You then combine that with today's stock market info. And it's not too bad. We're back up over 39,000. We're right now at about 39,091. That doesn't look too bad. But if you go back 5 days, you'll see that we were at 41,056 on August 1st, and now on August 7th, we are down to 39,091. That constitutes, if you'll remember, about we're about 500 points, 400 points above the low point on Monday. But that is essentially the 2,000 point drop that my contact told me about on Saturday, that I told you about on Saturday. So I guess if he was talking about the Dow, and I guess if he was talking about a 2,000 point drop on the Dow to start something, that's it. We've hit that marker. If you go over to the, oh shit, of course I'm not showing any of that. There we go. I sometimes hate how this thing works. If you look at it again, there's the 41,000 peak, and here's today's 39,000 peak. So it's a 2,000 point drop. If you go to the cryptocurrency coin market cap and you look at that screen. The fear versus greed index is in the negative. Fear is overtaking greed. And Bitcoin, which did peak very high 60s a while ago, and Ethereum are still both in the red and still both losing money. So what this translates to is that the market could crash literally at any moment because the spike is identical to the 2008 spike. Now, they have been insanely, madly since Tuesday pumping billions of dollars, printed cheap dollars into the markets to try to stabilize them.
That's what I just got. Is it's artificial, temporary fix, and it's going to bust.
That's all they've done is stabilize them. That doesn't mean we still can't go into cardiac arrest like any second. So,
yep.
I guess, Jen, what I want to ask is, I don't know what the angels think about this. Is this a dead cat bounce where the dead cat is bounced up and we've recovered some of what we lost, but then he's going to come crashing down again and eventually, or is this really going to stabilize and stay this way all the way through the election? What?
No, best case scenario would be a month. They can hold this out, is what I'm hearing. They said artificial temporary fix. It will bust and come crashing down again.
Is that Gentel you got today?
Right here, right now. Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay. And we did not discuss that. We've been discussing how to get our money out of Rumble, but we haven't discussed the news.
No, while you're talking, I was asking him and I was writing this down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I literally just got this information and put it together in terms of what it meant in the big picture about 9:30. So some 43 minutes ago. So I have not had a chance to talk to Jen about it. That's amazing. Anything else that you got overnight or anything else that you want to share? You might as well catch everybody up on your show from yesterday that you did on YouTube, if you don't mind.
Well, yesterday was like a spiritual show. Okay.
Yeah, but at the end, you had a few things to say.
I did feel like this surge of excitement, like in the next, like coming up really soon, something big's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that is the RV and notifications or what, because the topic there was about humanitarian projects.
Yeah.
And the people that will be doing them and the right frame of mind we need to be in when we go off on that. So I think it's relating to that. But I think that in the next few days, like the group payments, I think those are coming out on the 11th. I hate to put dates out there right now because it stresses me out, but what I'm getting about that is that this whole bond thing took way longer than they thought it was going to take, with the movements of monies and people trying to sabotage that and everything else. Then they're into the 4A, I believe, which is the big groups, and getting that paid out. That'll happen this week. Mm-hmm. And then I think probably notifications will probably be like next week sometime.
Okay. And we also have World War III to be concerned about, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard it's going to be canceled.
But you heard it was going to be canceled. So that is good information. Also, Mark yesterday had a message on his YouTube. And he told a story of, I've had a couple weird things happen today. I work at a major bank in a farm state. And I've had a couple farmers come in with black checks from the government, black. And so it would be like this, only it would be black, pitch black, with white writing on it from the government. And they're farmers, and they are large checks. What does that mean? Well, what that means is that the farm claims are being paid. And that part of this process, part of the Tier 4A process, is before we go, the Tier 4B people, before we go, fines and penalties, what they call fines and penalties, have to be paid. People that are owed money, Native Americans, need to be reimbursed for the land that was taken from them. They're not going to get their fucking land back, but they're going to get reimbursed fairly for the land that the U.S. government took from them. The farm claims stemmed out of a lot of the stuff in the 1980s where lenders and the governments conspired to steal farmers' lands by denying them loans that they should have, that they did qualify for. Some people were denied solely on the basis of their skin color. They're the ones who are receiving the black checks. The black people are getting black checks from the government. I know, but this is all spiritual, Jen. This is all spiritual.
Why do they make them black? I mean, anyway, go ahead.
Black, white writing, but it's still a check. It's still a financial instrument, and they are apparently exchanging them at banks. If, in fact, that's a true story, and I believe that it is, then fines and penalties and farm claims are now being paid. Large groups will then follow if they're not in the same process right now, because what happens is the farmers get paid, the Native Americans get paid. Although, you know, holy hell, when they put up the casinos, haven't we paid them back enough for all the money we spent at their casinos? Haven't they already gotten rich? But hey, when those start to be paid out, we're in a terminal phase. The bondholder, as far as I know, the guy I call the bondholder, still has not been paid his commission. But the bonds, we don't know where they are. Jen, you might have a little hit on the bonds. I think the bonds are almost over with. Remember when you said you saw the German people, the German guys, about 3 or 4 weeks ago? Well, that was the German bonds that you saw that were holding things up. Any ideas, anything you want to add to what I just said that you got recently, or anything you want to fill people
I'm just getting that whole process to get those paid out is probably like 90%. You got a few that are still waiting. 90% done. I feel like that was a huge fight to get that done with the fraud and the interference, and technically, you know, like they were trying to hack the whole process and take the money in transit, you know?
Right. And in other news, the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq has been fired, has been removed. There are rumors that the U.S. Federal Reserve, which is actually the Treasury, has taken over an entire floor of the CBI, the Central Bank of Iraq. There's also video which shows an Iranian missile attack on Baghdad. Guess what the target was? The Central Bank of Iraq building. Guess who shot all those rockets down? The United States Patriot Defense Missile System. So that building is being protected, but it is also volatile. A missile could get through, so let's get this going. So all those things are happening. They're not just rumors. They appear to be true. There is video that I have seen of the so-called attack on the CBI building, and it does appear to be the CBI building that they are going after. So this is all related to the revaluation. And I will just say it seems like there's enough things happening that we can say, well, looks like they're trying to push this thing through. Jen, am I right?
Yeah. It's moving. And what did I say a long time ago? What did I hear? Once you start this, you can't stop it. All they can do is try to sabotage it every step of the way. So you take it, you follow the sabotage attempts, and you'll know where they're at.
Yep.
In the process.
Scott says Tony from TNT is saying it could go while he's on the show today. Good. Good. Why are you listening?
But it depends on what these people, when they say, oh, people are getting paid, it depends on who you're talking about. Are you talking about people, bondholders? Are you talking about groups? You know, what we're looking for is for notifications, and that's what I'm focused on. But I do think that they're moving through the big groups right now and getting those paid.
Oh, Diamond, the tribes are getting a big chunk of that money. They are getting a big chunk of that money. What's going to happen is that as part of this process, once they're compensated for their land, then they become sovereign nations again, truly sovereign nations without any oversight from the Bureau of Indian Affairs. That's one of the things that the American Indians have to look forward to. So,
well, I believe the American Indians paired up with the Vegas guys for those casinos, didn't they? And that may have been the mistake
probably the
in
casino
getting their
technology.
money.
Yeah, the casino technology.
I don't know. I don't really know. Just suspecting, but those casinos are making plenty of money.
Okay. Anything else? What do you think if the Angels had to place odds on there being another major market crash, and by that I mean NASDAQ or the Dow, another major crash this week, what do you think the odds are of that before the end of business on Friday this week? 50%?
That's big no.
They said it's not going to happen this
probably
week.
next week, depending on what they can pump into it and how long they can hold off the public.
Yeah. So let's help them along. Let's go to the banks and take out all of our cash that we don't need to pay our bills. Let's help the banks. Let's start the run on the banks. Okay. Anything else? Anything else on the Gentel side of things?
Not for the RV. I think it's a excuse me. I think it's a really good sign about the resignation in Iraq. I asked about that, and that remember when the Gentel came out, and I looked back and I was trying to find it, and I don't know which Gentel it was, but that we were going to start seeing people in high places resigning and falling away.
Yeah.
And that they were the ones standing in the way of the progress.
Yeah.
No, this is a big one. This is good.
And we had governments in Bangladesh overthrown, and got Venezuela, and so a lot of things fit that. So really interesting stuff. Okay, I'm going to do the commercial part, and then we're going to go to questions for Jen. A reminder that if you're going to ask Jen a question, please include your real name, at least your first name, and the person or pet or entity that you may be asking about. Okay, that is really helpful for her to connect. So, yes, these videos, just a reminder, well, that's not actually true anymore. I've just decided I'm not taking them down anymore. I'm not. Let YouTube can take down Mike Barrett 3 and Mike Barrett 333.
Yeah, because we got Rumble.
We got Rumble, and if you guys don't know enough by now, if you haven't watched the shows enough to know where to go, if YouTube's not working, I can't help you. But you can always find any show at any time that we do, pretty much. And I got to get your shows up here too, at mikebarrett.blogspot.com. Think of it as kind of a central landing point from which you can pick up shows. We've got our show today. We should have our show today. Where is it? Let's update. There it is. Tell the Truth Wednesday with Mike and Jen. I've got videos like my JFK lecture, which proves everything Phil says about the JFK assassination wrong. I've got articles. I've got links to my books. I've got stuff like interviews with Marina Sarin and the takedown of the Calvine UFO photo, which is really just the peak of a mountain, and so on and so forth. Pick that all up over at mikebarra.blogspot.com. Now, remember, this does link you through to the new Rumble channel. We are now over on Rumble. We are on Rumble channel. Previously, we had a Rumble account, and we didn't know it wasn't a channel. And why would anybody do something that retarded and make a channel that wasn't really a channel?
I had no idea. I have a philosophy one over there, and I have to turn it into a channel.
Yeah. And so now we actually have a channel. The channel is Real News Live with Mike and Jen. We've only got about 2,410 followers. We had over 4,000 on the account, which was Real News Live. Real News Live, and the way you can tell Real News Live if you're in the account is Real News Live actually has my picture rather than me and Jen. So that's how you know you're in the wrong place. Go to Real News Live with Mike and Jen. Follow us over there. Switch your following over from the account from the account to the channel, and pick up all kinds of cool stuff over there at Rumble. And that also allows you to like the videos, which helps, and subscribe. Why a channel is important is because if you have a channel, Rumble will promote it. People will log into Rumble, and if they're interested in our kinds of subjects, they'll see Real News Live with Mike and Jen might pop up. As it stood before, it would never pop up in a million years. Also, please, Do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, for all kinds of THC CBD products for your health. Slide over to the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, and get this week's discounts. The discount code is ALIEN. I got to talk to Matt about getting some other products that people like here, the sleep gummies, the pain freeze stuff. Right now he's got the mushroom gummies, the coffee, the pet treats, the chicken flavor. Cats love the chicken flavor. All kinds of cool stuff over there at the cbdgurus.com. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, the folks over at MikeBarrettPets.com, where you can get all kinds of cool mushroom-based health products for your pets, your doggies, your kitties, your horsies, anybody in your family that you care about. Simply go to MikeBarrettPets.com. You can send an email to Diana at MikeBarrettPets@gmail.com. She's a certified pet nutritionist. You can ask her about any issues going on with any of your household pets, and she can put you onto the right product or package of products. I'm giving Barkley the Mojos and the Mush Puppies. He's doing great. They have the Super Sauce for dogs and cats, the Mush Ponies for horses, and of course the Coriolis Versicolor and Reishi mushroom products for you, for the human beings involved here. It's got, you mix this stuff with the CBD, you're gonna have your health problems go away. They got coffee, they've got chocolates, they've got starter packs, everything over there at MikeBarrettPets.com. Also, please do not forget to hit, if you want to buy some gold, get over to milesfranklin.com. Our friend Andy Scheckman runs one of the best companies in the world for gold and silver and precious metals. And the only thing I ask is if you do buy from them, in the email, he's even got the Trump coin, Jen. He's got the Donald Trump silver coin, the Trump coin. Awesome. If you do buy from them, please mention you bought from Mike Barrett. And also don't forget the Ledger crypto wallet, Ledger Nano S. You buy one of those from the link in the description. I get $10 in Bitcoin and you get Bitcoin absolutely free. Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at JenniferFallah.com? And I know that's a lot of ads, but we're going to be adding a new one soon. Anyway, Jen, go ahead. What's going on over at JenniferFallah.com?
Well, if you'd like to book a reading with me, if you'd like to get a healing, if you'd like services from Susan Gretz or Marcy Howell, we're all over at JenniferFallah.com. So just go over there, click the button, purchase, and then email each one of us, whoever you got the service from, after, tell us what you did. If you'd like to combine services, well, the only way you can, you got to click the buttons for Susan or Marcy. Okay, but if you'd like to combine services for me, you can use the love button above, and that will take a card, and you can, I believe it's outside. PayPal might route it, but you don't have to have a PayPal account. I don't think so. And you can combine services. Just email me. Emails all over the website. Tell me what you did. And we'll get you scheduled and taken care of. If you don't want to use PayPal, go to the website, figure out what you want. Go to Telegram. Pinned on my Jennifer Fallah Doring and Philosophy is my Square account, and it is very easy to make a payment there. Email me after that. Tell me what you did.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to get everybody over there to Telegram. Just so I can show them, assuming... no, that's not what I want. Let's go to share... There we go. Jen's Telegram. Is it Philosophy, Jen?
Yes.
Or Jennifer Fallah Doring?
They're both. I have two channels there. There's Philosophy and Jennifer Fallah Doring, and we also have Philosophy Chat.
Which one has the pinned thing you were just talking about?
Let me see.
Oh, here it is. Pin message. I have a donation.
Jennifer Fallah Doring.
Uh-huh.
Has it pinned.
Okay.
Go to Jennifer Fallah Doring.
Okay.
Because I've got the testimonials. I have something pinned on Philosophy where you can leave me a testimonial, and I'm collecting those. So I appreciate it if you do. Okay,
let's see if this works. I have a donation button. There's the Square link right there. Cool. You might want to that link isn't live. I can't click on it, so you might want to repost that every couple days.
Really?
Yeah, because like see when I click on it, I don't. Oh no, there it is. There it
You
is.
got to
I'm
click
sorry.
on the
You
actual
click
blue
on it, and then
link.
yeah, there it is. And so there's the square button right there.
Okay.
All right. Good. Stop sharing. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to questions for Jen, and we will start over on the Rumble side of the house. One of the benefits you get from following us on Rumble and subscribing to the channel is you get to ask your questions first. And remember, when you when you do a subscription, you hit the subscribe button on Rumble, you get to add a little $5 a month thing for us and pop out chat. You get it's $5 a month. So it's the best way to help the show, and you get to have your questions answered first. So
and you can always do a Rumble Rat, push way ahead of the crowd.
Just that's right.
You know, it's a possibility.
Rumble Rants
do that.
Kick ass even better. Okay. So let's go to the chat. Wow. Can you see that chat screen?
Nope.
How about that? Now you can see it. You can kind of see it. All right. All right. Let's get over there. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's start. Good morning, Dr. Kurul. He's a little Red Castle $5 subscriber. Okay. Let's slide on down, see if there's any questions. Montana Treasures. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. She's asking a question I don't know if you should or could answer. Will our friends Chad and Becca be able to conceive? That's one that's private for them, pretty much, right, Jen?
That's something I don't do. I really have to talk to somebody and gauge whether they can handle the answer. Yeah. I mean, I know it's not for me to decide, but yeah, that's a very personal thing. That's
Chris Loeb, Loeb, wants to know if her sister will move closer to her. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber.
I'm getting a no for right now. It may take a few years for that.
Yeah. Here's Lori Bakemeyer. I'm under a different name and it doesn't show that I'm subscribed. Yeah, I guess you have to redo it because I'm sorry about this because of the vagaries of having to create a channel. So
well, when you redo it, take a look around and see if there's anything you have to click. Like make it a monthly subscription, or maybe it's saying like 1 month, 2 month, 3 months or something. I haven't done it myself, but I can't really. Yeah. Check that and see if that's happening, because there's no reason why it'd be dropping off our subscribers like that.
Well, it's because people are switching from the account to the channel and it loses the subscription there. So Diane here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. I'm flying August 17th to Miami. I'm getting a bit nervous about leaving town. Will everything be okay?
Look at the calendar. Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, do you see me still being able to get remodeling started in the basement this October? I'm adding a room and a bathroom.
Really looks like the tail end or September sometime when you get started on that.
Okay. Carissa, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, I found new suppliers for my product. Will they make my product to my specifications with the ingredients I am requesting? Will I be happy with them?
I think that you get the first batch and then you make some adjustments and then you're happy with it, more happy with the second.
Okay. Lisa, Lisa, says, I'm going through a very bad breakup right now. Do you see me moving soon? I'm having a really hard time with this and wondering if I will ever find my soulmate.
Yeah. You'll be in a committed relationship in about a year and 6 months. But this time is going to be for you to heal. I feel like you get into another place within another month or so. It's all going to be okay. I mean, you're going to get through this. And someday you're going to look back on it and say, I can't believe I waited so long.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when I got divorced, I was like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? it was like, you when you make a change, sometimes you don't realize how happy you were until you've made the change and you're happy.
Right.
So, yeah, guys, hit that like button, that thumbs up button if you're over on Rumble. That really helps the channel get circulation. We've got 624 of you in the stream over there. Only 51 thumbs up. You can do that. It doesn't cost you $5 a month. Hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. Okay, Christine Packer. Hi, Jen. Can I trust my son Ron with my end of life wishes?
Christine. I don't want to look at your end of life, Christine.
Yeah.
All right.
It's happened for a long time.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Okay. Gloria would like to know, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. That's why she's going before you, whoever you are out there who hasn't subscribed yet. Will I get the keys to my new beach house around my birthday, which is August the 28th? Gloria would like to know.
No. It's going to be a little later than that.
A little later than that. Frederica, $5 Rumble rant. Yay. Thank you, Frederica. You said I don't go to Atlanta to live in a hotel. When do I go? Because Vincent, my fiance, is already there. And how would I send him money after the RV if the banks go boom? The banks aren't going to go boom. There's going to be ways to transfer money, Frederica. So don't be concerned about that. So she wants to know, if she's not going to Atlanta to live in a hotel, when does she go? Because her fiance, Vincent, is there. It's not Vincent Fusca, is it? Just asking.
3 weeks, and you're not living in a hotel.
Okay.
You're living in something else.
Something nicer. Okay. J.E. Oh, Kim. Hello, this is Kim, and my father-in-law, Jim, is traveling to Paris in the month of September. So I'm asking if he will be okay when traveling there, staying and traveling back. Will Jim, Kim's father-in-law, be okay traveling to Paris? Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber.
He's going to see some things that are a little make him a little nervous, but he gets there and back okay, yeah.
Okay. Scott, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says they've hinted something might happen at the Olympics closing ceremony on Sunday. Will anything happen? We don't know. Jen, you got that something is coming relatively big, relatively soon yesterday, right?
I was looking more at God, it's already Wednesday. I was looking more like Friday. Maybe over the weekend. Okay. Let's see. Closing ceremonies. No. There might be some terrorist activity outside around it, but not there. Inside. It's not like they're going to blow it up or something. No.
Okay, Rosemary, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, Jen, do you see Mark and I moving to Xenia to help take care of his sister and mom? Zenia?
No, they make other arrangements, so you don't have to do that.
Okay. Xenia Onatop was a Bond girl in GoldenEye. That was a hilarious name. Dash 141 is now a monthly subscriber. Yay! $5 a month. Thank you, Dash 141. We appreciate that. Cool, Raul, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, good morning, Mike and Jennifer. I, Raul, have a question for Jennifer about my daughter, Jada. Will she be in a relationship soon? She met a guy, Gavin, and I was wondering about
that. Yeah, promising. Okay.
Hi, Jen. Robin B here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Robin B, please tell me which home I will be happiest at, the 32357 one or the 68891?
32357.
32357. And that's a great question for a numerologist. I know a really good numerologist, Francie, and she goes by the name of Jill St. James as a numerology stage name. She's really excellent, but I don't like it when she tells me shit I don't want to hear. Joanne here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Did you see the piece about Phil and Telegraph and Snowden? No, I didn't see that. Jen, did you see it? Okay.
Is it a Phil bashing piece? Because I don't really watch those. I don't need to get into that kind of negative.
Yeah, I'd be happy to bash Phil for you. Although mine will be based on the things he says, not.
Yeah, these people, it's just a theory. It's their theory.
Christine says prayers for Susan. She's suffering with ear infections and she's in the ER right now.
Oh, I'll get her.
Yeah.
It's good.
Lisa says, hi, Mike at Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Hi, Mike and Jen. My mom, Hazel, has never met her dad. Can you see if he is still alive? Is Hazel's dad still alive?
Yes, he lives somewhere far away.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in another country.
Frederica says, no, Mike, Vincent Fusco ghosted me and said he didn't like chubby girls. You sure that wasn't me, Frederica? Because that sounds like something I'd say. Dash 141, Deborah Meyer, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. My husband is very asleep. When will he wake up? I am a currency holder and will be doing humanitarian projects. He thinks I'm getting scammed. Deborah, Jen's going to give you an answer, but I'll give you mine. Get a new one. Okay? If your husband doesn't support you, get a new one.
Yeah, it's not that easy. Just don't. Anyway, moving on. I think, let's see, when does he wake up? Oh, when he's got money in hand. Oh, then he flips pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll figure.
Oh, he loves you all kinds of. Yeah.
Yeah. When he sees you driving home,
he's so in love with you after that happens.
Driving home in a Mercedes, he'll change his tune. Yeah. And you know what, Deborah, never let him forget it. Okay. Never let him forget it. Andy, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Curious if all my currency is legit. I was green as to where to buy it when I first started. So Andy wants to know if his currency is okay.
I'm looking at the whole lot, and there's like one or two things in there that are not like large bills, maybe something small. That's maybe just like one piece that's not right.
Okay. Jackie, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, I'm taking a quick overnight trip tomorrow night. Coming home Friday. Will everything be okay?
Jackie, overnight trip. Take your ivermectin. I see you not feeling well.
Okay, take your ivermectin.
Cold, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, safe.
Don't let it get you down. Greta M, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Will I be wasting my money if I landscape the rest of my yard? I have a fear of having to sell.
No, that is not a waste of money. You have to, curb appeal, huge. It's huge.
D Green 4613, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, hi, Jen and Mike. When and what times are your other shows? Well, we do Monday mornings at 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern, and the same time on Wednesdays. We've talked about doing a Sunday show, but we don't know. And then I do Toxically Masculine Tuesday on Tuesday night. Jen usually does a Tuesday morning beacon of, what do you call it, Jen? Philosophy show. And sometimes she does Thursday philosophy shows also. So that's
Thursday's like a bonus if I have anything to talk about. But by the time I do 3 in a row, I'm probably pretty much tapped out.
Yeah. And then I do Whiskey and Wisdom at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific on Wednesdays, like today, with Mark Z. So that's really fun. And I give dating advice on that show. Okay. Lori Yoder $10 Rumble rant. Thank you,
Thank
Lori.
you.
That's awesome. I think it's Lori Yoder. Jen, my daughter Grace has interviewed with 5 companies in the last 2 weeks and 1 more to go. Will she get an offer from one of these companies in Illinois either this week or soon?
The fourth
fourth.
one.
Frederic is on me about chubby. I don't mind chubby girls. It's just, I don't, that's fine.
I'm not going to try it.
Deb Mayer.
Those chubby girls, they'll feed you. I'm telling you.
That's what she said. We're a fantastic coach, says.
We are.
Okay. Lisa Jan, Little Red Castle, $5 month subscriber. Lisa, do you know what country my mom's dad is in, please? That was the one that asked earlier about, her mom's dad that she was looking for. You said he was far away. Is he in another country?
It's a Hispanic country. I think it's probably, now I'm starting to get South America somewhere. So,
oh, wow.
I'm not getting the exact, possibly like Peru, but.
Wow. Oh, and Lori Bakemeyer now has a Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Lori, you found the button. Great. It's not easy to do. It's not as easy as it should be. And Chris has one more question, Little Red Castle. Will my son Ron's operation on Friday be okay?
Chris who?
Chris Packer.
Okay. See him talking in recovery, yeah.
Okay. And Debbie says, my town here in the UK has been warned about rioting tonight. Will me and my family be okay? Debbie wants to
stay inside. Stay inside.
Stay inside.
And you'll be fine. I just don't be out in it.
See if I can.
I do think that's probably happening.
See if I can figure out how to reattach this chat.
If not tonight, sometime moving towards the weekend.
Cool. Okay, let's go to our questions in our own chat over here on YouTube. Jen, my wife and I had our cars broken in the shop and have a rental. Our car is broken in the shop. Do you see us getting our cars back soon? And will we be able to afford the repair costs?
One of them's not a big deal. You get that one back first. The other one needs a part, and it stayed in there for a while they're waiting on that. Kind of have to move some funds around and figure that one out because that's a little bit, I don't know if it's a compressor or whatever it is. It's something you got to do.
Okay.
You eventually get them out, yeah.
Yeah. Treebeard, who is on Mark's stream a lot. Hi, Treebeard. My name is Steve S., and I have asked Jen about the Hungarian B Pengo bonds from 1946 before. Does Jen think these will be exchangeable and redeemable? And if so, do you get a rate? The Pengo, yeah, you haven't really been able to get a lot out of Pengo, have you?
Mm-mm. I feel like they will go for something, but it's nothing exciting. Like, it's not like the Bolivar or the Agrichecks. But you will get something. You'll be kind of satisfied with it, yeah. But it's not as high as people are expecting. And I couldn't even. I think I'm seeing 8s. But I don't know.
It's hard to get a reading on that for Jen. We'll have to ask about it. Personally, as a Hungarian, as an almost 50% Hungarian myself, I hope they're worth a lot. I don't have any, but I hope they're worth a lot.
I don't know if I'm looking at like 88,000 or if I'm looking at like 8.8 million. I don't know. The zeros trail off, so I'm looking at 8s.
Susan Jones, can you explain the birthright money, please?
That would be you.
When you're born, they make a birth certificate. Your birth certificate is a financial instrument. I'm going to do this as quickly as I possibly can because we have other questions to get to. It's a financial instrument. It is put together with other financial instruments as birth certificates from your birth year. That is given a certain value. That value is magnified by times 10. It is fractional reserve banking process. Those financial instruments are accounts opened in your name at the 10 Federal Reserve Bank district banks. There's 10 of them. So again, it's all tens. It's fractional reserve banking. So I was able to check before they stopped you being able to do this. I once checked my birth year rate, and the rate was $11.1 billion. That was about 10 years ago. So that means I am worth $11.1 billion times 10, which is what, Jen, $110 billion that was created in my name as credit I could issue through checks, money orders, and cash, issuing cash. Because that's what you're doing when you spend money. You're issuing credit. You're not actually spending real money. So that's my birthright. So when I go to buy a house, say I spend $325,000 on a house, when I apply for the loan and put my signature on it, that's what creates the money. The bank takes it out of my account, and then they trick me or they didn't trick me because I knew it, but they trick you into paying them back money for interest on money that they took out of your account at the Federal Reserve. That's your birthright. So whatever you have spent in terms of credit cards and loans and things like that, you're supposed to get back as your birthright. In the future, that birthright money is going to go into an account for you that's going to be based on your productivity during the productive phase of your life. How much money you generate through your activity is going to be put into a retirement fund for you that you can pull out to buy a house or a car. So that's what the birthright money is.
And in addition to that, this will be the new Social Security someday. This will be what people manage throughout their lives. And they'll say, well, okay, you want to go to college. It looks like you did this and you did that. We gave you a certain amount till you're born. It's been traded. And these might still be traded. I don't know. But the person will sit down with a financial manager, and you'll manage your kids, and then they'll say, okay, well, you've got about this much, you can afford this much for college,
right?
And then, or if somebody goes to the military, you're going to get more. And then like later on, when you want to buy a house, they'll say, well, you can take this much out without affecting your retirement.
Right. Like with a 401k, if you had $50,000 in a 401k, you could say, I want to take that money out. And they'd say the rules were you could take half of it out. You could take $25,000 out as a loan on your money and just to say, go buy a car with it or put a down payment on a house with it. And then you would pay yourself back with interest on that loan. And it was usually a very low rate. So it'd be the same. I think it's going to be the same kind of situation where,
but you don't have to pay it.
Huh?
You don't have to pay it back. And at the age of 55, you'll have full access to your nest egg. And you can decide at that point where to put it to grow it for retirement, right. Whatever.
So if you will have the money there, but you won't be able to just spend it on vacations.
Right. So just like Social Security is supposed to be like this safety net so people don't get old and not have any money. Yeah. This is going to build and finance someone's retirement someday and enable them to actually pay cash for a house and things like that.
Yeah.
Or, if they haven't done enough, then they'll say, well, you got this much to put down on a house.
I have to do a whole show on the technicalities of that stuff because in reality, this house is already paid for. I paid for it out of my Federal Reserve funds. The bank defrauded me into paying them mortgage payments. And hopefully when this all happens, they're going to get told to go chase a rolling donut. Now it's going to be mine.
Someone is calling me in 5 minutes.
Laura, I'm elderly and not in real good health. I was wondering, will I live long enough to see the RV? That's a tough question. I hope so. I believe so.
No, only God knows the day.
Only God.
But I don't see you going anywhere anytime soon. And I do see a big happy smile on your face. Yeah. Coming.
Alessandro wants to know when he'll be able to use the med beds.
7 months for you for your appointment.
Sexy Rexy says, Mike, you and Jen's ability to put this information together has been awesome. Great work. Thank you, Rexy.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I see we have a fag in the chat again. Yeah.
You're so 80s with the. You guys don't understand. Like in the 80s, I mean, everybody used all these terms and didn't really like mean it. You know, like it was, you know, we could call it, me and my girlfriends, we called each other names, and the guys called each other names, and nobody really took offense to it. You know, it was just, that was kind of how it was. We had all these blonde jokes and everything out, Polak jokes and everything.
It's actually not an insult. It's just saying you're homosexual. So if you consider that an insult, that means you're a bigot, not me. So
well, I guess if he wasn't, he would.
Yeah.
But
you're a girly man. You're not tough. You're a pussy. You hide behind fake names and fake pictures. And by the way, I have people that can find out who you are and where you live. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. And they solve problems. 128 problems have been solved so far. So don't forget that. Okay. Melanie wants to know if her divorce is going to be finalized prior to the RV or afterwards. Well, get on it, Melanie. After. Okay.
I gotta go.
All right. Honeybee likes a man with a full head of hair. Okay. Jen's got to go, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. I am planning to do Mark Z tonight, but I'm going to leave early at 6 sharp. I'm going to a concert tonight, and unfortunately, my 2 dates bagged on me, so I'm going to get stuck going with Dave Barra. Anyway, going to a concert, so I'll be in and out between 5 and 6 with the original Mark Z over on his channels. Everybody have a great day. Jen, any thoughts about whether you might be on tomorrow or any plans to do so at this time?
I think I scheduled everybody too early tomorrow to do it because of me going on that. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull it off.
Okay. All right, then. We will see you guys next Monday, unless there is some serious breaking news over the weekend, in which case I will be on live, and I will try to drag Jen on. And there's a pretty good chance we're going to get something interesting happening.
Something's coming.
Over the weekend. We don't know what it is. So thanks for being here. We love each and every one of you. I'll see you briefly tonight on Whiskey and Wisdom. And come on in to get the dating advice.